Hi children, in our previous session we have discussed about solenoid. Now all of you know what is a solenoid. And also you have seen the magnetic field lines around a solenoid which resembles like the magnetic field lines around a bar magnet. Also now you know that how can we increase the magnetic field strength of magnetic field around the solenoid. Isn't it? Do you remember? Yes. Increase the intensity of electric current, increase the number of turns, isn't it? And the nature of the core material used and the thickness of the core material, isn't it? Increase the thickness of the core material. That are the factors. Now, in this session, we will discuss about use of magnetic effect of electric current. One of the important use of magnetic effect of electric current we are going to discuss in this session. Before that, we have to see if two magnetic field interact, what will happen? A permanent magnet and a electromagnet. If they interact, then what will happen? That we are going to discuss first. Now, here you can see a picture. Diagram you can see in this here. Here a U-shaped magnet is fixed. Okay, U-shaped magnet is fixed here. And AB is an aluminium rod which is hanged freely within the magnetic field of this U-shaped magnet. Here magnetic field from north pole to south pole, so the field will be this direction, downward direction. And aluminium rod AB is placed inserted inside the magnet or magnetic field. And now the ends of this aluminium rod, which is a conductor, is hanged freely, which can move freely within this magnet. This rod can move freely within this magnetic field. And here it is connected with a battery by using a conducting wire. And here a switch is given here and it is connected to battery. And one end is given to positive, the other end to negative of the battery. And suppose A is given positive and B is given the negative terminals. Then in which direction the current will flow? A to B, because A is given positive to negative. Current flows from positive to negative. A to B. The current will flow from A to B. As the current flows through this aluminium rod or conductor, what will happen? It becomes a magnet. It shows the magnetic properties. A magnetic field will develop around this conductor. So the magnetic field, due to the current carrying conductor and also the magnetic field of this U-shaped magnet interact. A force will experience on this conductor due to the magnetic field interaction between these two magnetic field. A force will be exerted on this conductor and the conductor can move freely, isn't it? So it will move. As the force exerted, due to the force exerted on this conductor, the conductor moves within this magnetic field. Okay, so that you have seen when a magnetic compass brought near to a bar magnet, it deflects, isn't it? Because the magnetic compass can move freely, rotate freely on the axis, isn't it? And the magnetic needle itself is a magnet and a magnetic field around that small magnetic needle and the other magnetic field of the bar magnet. Both comes closer, they interact and a force will be experienced and the magnetic needle can move, so it deflects. The same way, the magnetic field of this U-shaped magnet and the magnetic field around this AB, rod AB, conductor AB, due to the current. As the current passes through it, it becomes a magnet. So, both interact and as the rod can move freely, it moves. Okay. So, when a current carrying conductor placed within a magnetic field, it experiences a force. Okay, and due to that force, the conductor moves within the magnetic field. So, let us see if the direction of current changes, then also the conductor will move. If it moves, is it in the same direction or not? Let us see it. So here, if in the first case we have given positive to A and negative to B. Now reverse. This B will be given to the positive terminal and A will be given to the negative terminal. Then the current flows from B to A. As the direction of current changes, the deflection of this conductor, the motion of the conductor will be in the opposite direction. Okay, you can notice if this direction of the direction of motion of the conductor changes, that means it will be in the opposite direction from that of the first case. Okay, so here as the direction of change current changes, the direction of motion of the conductor changes, and the direction of the motion of the conductor changes. That means the force, direction of force changes. The conductor moves in the direction of applied force, isn't it? Direction of the force. As the current changes, the direction of force also changes. Therefore, the conductor moves in the opposite direction. Now, one more thing. If we reverse the direction of magnetic field, so here north pole is upside and the south pole is down. The conductor in the same way, current at A and B is negative, A is positive. Same. And if we interchange the magnetic field poles, north pole in the down and the south pole up, then also the direction of the, now in the first case north pole and the south pole the same way, and if the conductor moves inward, then if we reverse the magnetic poles, north down, south up, then this rod will move in the opposite direction, outward direction. So dear children, so the motion of the conductor, the direction of the motion of the conductor can be changed by changing the direction of current or by changing the poles of the magnet, direction of poles of the magnet. Okay, I hope all of you understood this point. Now, the next we have to discuss about the direction of force applied on the conductor when it is placed in a magnetic field. Now, you have noticed that a force is experienced on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. So, force is vector quantity, it has both magnitude and direction. So, what is the direction of force acting on the conductor? You know, or the conductor moves in the direction of force. So, what is the direction? How can we find out the direction of motion of the conductor in the magnetic field? That's what we are going to find out now. Now, we are introducing one of the important rule which help you to determine the direction of motion of the conductor or direction of force acting on the conductor. Both will be same. Okay, the conductor will move in the direction of force acting on it. So, we can say the direction of motion of the conductor, or we can say the direction of force on the conductor. So, for that we have one rule which is Fleming's left-hand rule. Okay, so Fleming's left-hand rule says that according to that, your left hand, 3 fingers of your left hand, you can see 3 fingers, this thumb, this is forefinger and this is middle finger. Okay, so these 3 fingers of your left hand hold it mutually perpendicular. So this and this will be right angle, perpendicular to each other, and thumb should be perpendicular to both this. Okay, so hold the 3 fingers of your left hand hold the three fingers of your left hand. This is perpendicular to here and perpendicular to this also. So hold the three fingers of your left hand, thumb, forefinger and middle finger in such a way that all the three are perpendicular to each other, mutually perpendicular to each other. If the forefinger means here, this finger, okay, forefinger points towards the magnetic field and middle finger point towards the direction of current, then the direction of thumb will point towards the direction of motion of the conductor or direction of force acting on the conductor. Once again, if we hold the three fingers of your left hand in such a way that all the three are mutually perpendicular to each other, if forefinger points towards the direction of magnetic field, middle finger direction of current, then the thumb will point towards the direction of force on the acting on the conductor or motion of the conductor. So here force, your forefinger F, isn't it? F for field. Middle finger, middle, center, C for center, or middle means C, center, C for center. So C represent the current. So middle finger represent the current and the thumb will point towards the force on the conductor. Okay, remember it. Remember the rule. Okay, and so here how can it apply, that I will be explaining in the next session. And till then, bye.